Hello, my name is Jamal Jones. I'm taking FSHN 101, and today I'll be talking about 5 things that I have learned within this semester. One thing that I have learned in this semester is retaining to French fries and how specifically in French fries the Maillard reaction and how that occurs when potatoes are added to the oil at like temperatures higher than 140 degrees Celsius. And this Maillard reaction normally takes place within the method of double fry method. This is normally when you see the Maillard reaction takes place. Another thing that I have learned within this semester is about fermented foods and specifically within sauerkraut and how sauerkraut is a fermented cabbage and that product is largely like made up of like carbohydrates and is a major like main macronutrient. And so those are the first two. The third thing I want to talk about is the moisture content and water activity within sweeteners within sweet tea. And so these sweeteners they determine the end product's shelf life. And so what that means is how long before the product goes bad, how long that you can leave it on the shelves at stores. And so the sweeteners they can be found like in sweet tea within like high fructose corn syrup or crystalline sucrose or honey or even liquid sweeteners, just to name a few. And so the last two things that I want to touch up on pertains to what we've been learning this week within cookies and cake. And so one thing about cookies is like the solid butter in cookies. It gives it that distinctive dewy texture. And so when sometimes it makes it simple to see the other ingredients, if that makes sense. But due to the presence of this like saturated fatty acids, it firmly binds together the dough and tightly packs it, and which is called lipid bonding. And so that makes the butter continues to become more solid. And lastly, retaining to cake, cake is generally like considered an intermediate moisture, which is something I haven't heard too much of before taking this class. I learned about it this week. And so pretty much that means in terms of texture, it is partially moist. And so, yeah, the ideal moisture levels is between 25 and 30%. But yeah, cake is considered intermediate moisture. So yeah, these are the 5 things that I've learned within my FHSN 101 class. Thank you for listening.